So the spread is the gap that exists between the selling price and the buying price. So this green line, it's telling us the buying price, and then the red line is telling us the selling price. Now the difference in pips between this and this is what is known as the spread. The spread changes at around 10:05 p.m. UTC +1. That's Nigerian time. It changes around that time. It becomes widened because the number of people trading online have reduced, because there are no enough buyers and sellers in the market. So you see there's a widening gap. There's a widening gap. Now the more the number of buyers and sellers begin to come into the market, you see this gap reduces. And that happens at around 12 a.m. UTC +1. Towards 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. you see that this gap closes instantly and it becomes very thin. So it happens with all brokers in Forex. Once it's 10:05, there will be a very widened spread. They will increase the spread because those that want to be buying, they want to buy at a low point, and those that want to sell, they want to sell at a very high price. So you see there's a wide gap between those that are asking and then those that are bidding. So it's not advisable to trade. In fact, as I'm talking, you can see the market is not really moving anyway, because the liquidity is very low. No one is available to buy or sell. Okay, so the market does not move during this time, and it's advisable not to trade at around this time. And if you are a day trader, never trade around this time, because you will put your stop loss at a very low point. You see, so if you put it here, this will take you out, even though price never got to this place, but because of the spread being widened around this time, it will take you out, and you will wake up and find out that the candles movement did not actually reach your stop loss, yet you were taken out. The reason is because the spread was widened, was increased. But for swing traders that set a very wide stop point and take profit, this will not affect them, because I'm in the 15-minute time frame right now. You can see up here is 15 minutes. So for swing traders, they make use of 4 hours, you get. So you can see for a swing trader, his stop loss may be somewhere at the top here. So this can never affect him. But for a day trader, this stop loss, it will take you out, because your stop loss cannot be this wide. For swing traders, they can set stop loss of like 50 pips, 100 pips away from the point of entry. But for day traders, they set about 20 pips, 10 pips. And if you check from this can take you out. If you had put your stop loss somewhere here, this red one would have taken you out. And if this green widens to another point here, it can take you out as well, depending on whether you are buying or selling. So that's the reason why sometimes you will find out price never got to your point, and then you are still taken out because the spread was increased during a period of very low liquidity in the market, which happens most times when the market has closed and opened immediately around 10:05 p.m. or sometimes when the market is opening for the week, like on Sundays. Sometimes it's wider than what you are seeing currently. So today is Sunday and it's 11:01 p.m. UTC +1. In the next 4 minutes, the market will open completely. We want to see the effect of spread over the weekend, because sometimes the market opens and the spread is extremely wide that it will leave a gap. It opens with a gap, a very wide gap. Sometimes it's small, so you can't really know how wide it can be, but sometimes it's extremely big in such a way that market sometimes even comes back to it to refill the gap that was opened. I'm just trying to show you instances when spreads are extremely wide, and at such points you are not expected to trade. So if you know you hold trades over the weekend, be careful of the gaps. I would suggest not to even trade over the weekend or to leave any trade, except if you are a swing trader, of which you can use stop losses that are like 50 pips, 100 pips apart. But if you are a day trader, a scalper, do not leave your trades over the weekend because of the spread. Your stop loss cannot be 50 pips as a scalper, neither can it be even up to 50 pips as a day trader. Okay, so be careful of that. Like I earlier reiterated, spread is widened few seconds to news. Spread is also widened over the weekend, and spread is widened every day when the market closes and before it opens again. So during the Asian session, spread is increased as well. So I just want to show you guys how spread is widened over the weekend. Just before we get to 11:05, currently remaining 1 minute, let me show you what happened last week. Okay, so you can see this gap that is here, this wide gap. It was because of the market. So it means if the market opened initially last week here, the spread was so wide, a gap was created here. So when the market went after some days, it had to come back to refill the gap, as you are seeing. So it's this gap that I'm talking about, and in 1 minute time we will see what will happen currently here. So let's just see how it goes. Good. So market has opened right now. You can see how wide it became. It has widened right now, though not as wide as last week. So this is how it may remain most of the times from this time around 11:06 p.m. until around 1 a.m. or 12 a.m. Okay, so in the next 1 hour or two, before you will see this gap will close, the difference between this red and this green will close. So we are starting the week being 10th of November. The market just opened right now. So that's how spread works in Forex.